Okay, welcome to Foxy Gardens HQ. Today we're going to be talking about Zen gardens and the significance of Buddha statues. And here's Bob.
Hi, welcome to my rock slash perennial slash tree garden.
Yeah,
You can call it a Zen garden if you want. The word Zen to me means at peace with nature.
Mm-hmm.
And as we tour this really quite quickly today to look at some of the statues, just pay attention to what you see and imagine that it was nothing but grass. And my wife and I and my son put all this other stuff here to try to calm it down and not poison the environment too much with fertilizers, and let the perennials do their thing and let the rocks shine.
Wasn't there a point where this is a one big block of clover?
Well, what happened was we had grass, and then the chinch bug ate the grass, which turned it brown. And then the garden companies told me I had to put fertilizer on it on a regular basis and use a lot of water to keep it looking green and rich, which I wasn't going to do because I didn't want to poison the air with fertilizer or any animals. So I decided to use ryegrass, which stands up nice and tall, and mix it with clover, which holds the moisture when it rains, to feed the lawn. And I did that, and that year it rained so much that the clover took over and it was impossible to cut, and it turned to guck.
Yeah. And
so I thought, okay, it's time to change the whole philosophy of the property. So let's go to the beginning of the grass trail, and you'll see.
It was also, just I want to comment that when this was about 30 years ago, and I remember it being bright neon green for about like one season.
Yeah, it was, and we got rid of that right down to the dirt again and started all over.
It was crazy.
So you can see the boulevard, trying to eliminate grass so I don't have much grass to cut. I don't have to put fertilizer on it. It's easy to aerate with an old aeration tool. Don't have to hire anybody. And if I want to throw some seeds on there, I can. Clover, ryegrass seeds, whatever I want. And I left a little trail just because of the Zen green versus the rock look. And so we come up the trail here and we'll see our first Buddha statue. And it's not this one.
It's not this guy.
Not the
jockey or whatever that is.
The jockey for the horse. It's not that one.
Yeah.
And it's not the fox.
Not the fox.
It's this one here. And if you want to go down and take a close look, you'll see that he or she is even wearing some jewelry.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Buddha number one here.
So that Buddha is there to welcome everybody that comes up the front steps and say, peace be with you. And of course, a piece of quartz around his neck. Okay? I don't spray it. I don't try to color it. I just leave it the way it is. Nature does whatever it wants to it.
Where did you get this one?
I can't remember.
Is this the one you got like up in near Stratford or?
Maybe. There's lots of places, but I sometimes find them at garage sales too that nobody wants them. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
No, I don't call my little gnomes Buddhas. But they're okay.
They're kind of like Buddhas.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's some dinosaurs over here. Very
Yeah,
popular.
the dinosaurs.
Popular with the kids that walk by and like to.
Now, I used to have a Buddha sitting in here to welcome you to the backyard, but it fell apart after 20 years, so I got to get a new one.
Nice little path here. We've done this tour before, but it's another spring has sprung, and here we are again.
So you'll see back in that corner, there's another Buddha.
There's another Buddha. That's almost like the Tibetan monk kind of Buddha.
The thing about that one is that I really like the position, and I like the fingers. He or she is holding the fingers in a mudra.
Yeah.
A mudra is when you form shapes with your fingers. For example, if you take the pointer finger and the middle finger and bend it.
Mm-hmm.
Put your thumb on top of the nails, and then you do the same on the other side, and put the other fingers together.
Yeah.
And put the thumbnails together. This Buddha here, not Buddha, this mudra, M-U-D-R-A,
Yeah.
Represents anti-anxiety. In other words, if you're a stressed kind of a person, just put your fingers in that.
It's an anti-stress pose.
Yes, it's really cool. So that's what he or she's doing.
It's a he, obviously.
Yeah, but the thing about this one is you can see the head's a little shaky. Take a picture of
the
his
head's
neck is
cracked.
broken.
Yeah, I see that.
So my wife wanted to dispose of it since I couldn't bear to bring cement and cement it on. So it's just sitting there.
Right.
But I like it. I like the rock it's on, and it's protecting this
How does
garden
it
here.
balance on there?
It's just sitting there. There's when they make these, they put some wire inside
Oh,
to
there's wire.
hold it together.
Yeah. Some kind of Tibetan monk kind of character.
Right. Okay. And then the Indian chief there, I just like that. It's not a Zen figure. On the other hand, it's very
Very Zen.
it's very native peoples, or what's the word?
Indigenous.
Yes. And I like the space here. I can put something, a nice rock or something in there, or
Yeah.
a little plant. I like the position. He's got his little peace pipe, or
Yeah.
peace pipe.
It's essentially the same vibe.
Right. And of course, it was not that color.
Oh, it got painted.
Yeah, I might have painted it, but I don't do that anymore. But my favorite of all is the one right behind you.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Right.
This is the super duper size one.
Yeah, his pose or her pose is the best because I love rocks, especially round ones.
Oh, yeah.
And he holds the world up to keep it away from all the evils of the
Yep.
underworld below.
It's got the Buddha belly. What's
Right.
it standing on? Is it just standing on
It's
him?
just standing there.
Let me just take a look at the base of this
I
thing.
should tell you that when I got this, I didn't know whether or not I needed to wrap it up for the winter or move it indoors because I didn't want the cement to crack.
Yeah.
And the man that made it said, no, you don't do anything like that. You just leave it alone. It won't crack and it'll be fine. And I had that now for over 10 years.
Yeah, it's good
In
4
that
feet
spot,
tallish.
It's about 150 pounds.
Yeah.
And we had to move it here on a dolly. It was kind of tricky.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a Buddha over there, isn't it? That gray thing over there.
Oh yeah, there's a little one. I missed him.
It's the baby Buddha.
The baby Buddha with a piece of glass.
Nice.
Right? And glass, of course, is just ground, sand, stones, all ground up. So there's my baby Buddha. I have a little light on him or her.
Do you remember where you got the glass?
Yeah, the glass came from the man next door.
Oh, yeah.
When he was alive, he used to make windows.
Yeah, window
and
guy.
he had a lot of glass.
And that fox almost looks like a Buddha 'cause it's kind of roly-poly.
Well, it's not really a Buddha, but it's going to have a really nice plant on it as soon as the frost disappears.
Ceramic.
But I want to show you one more down here.
There's one more. But there's a lot of totems in this yard. There's like this,
Lots of totems.
like this thing is a totem.
The crow.
Where'd that come from? I forget.
I just bought that at a thrift store.
That's pretty cool.
So
This-
that one down there.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
lady,
The female Buddha.
Again, she has a problem with her neck too.
Hmm.
And I
It's a
didn't want
recurring theme.
to throw it away. Notice it's cracked.
Is that made of metal?
It's stone.
Oh.
And she's just holding all the gifts. And
Like an abundance kind of thing.
so she's protecting the the north side of my house.
What about this guy? Is that a Buddha? No, that's like a
He's just a
guy having a siesta.
siesta. I like the idea of a siesta. Yeah.
Yeah, so it puts you in a siesta kind of mood.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sort of similar kind of themes of relaxing
Yeah,
and
and I like to have rocks balancing on one another.
a lot of natural, no like,
Well, life's all about balance,
yeah.
and I like to have rocks that balance.
But there's a lot of things here.
And so I'm always on the lookout for another Buddha. If anybody wants to buy me one or give me one as a gift, I'll take it.
All right, great. I guess that's it.
Don't forget to do your mudra.
Okay, thanks.